So hi everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself because I have some new friend here. So I am Poland, and I teach MS in this in this center. Buy your head lah, Jolene. 你要睡觉了哈. So today we are going to cover Form 4 Chapter 1, which is function. I understand that some of you will be tested until chapter maybe 2.2 or 2.3 in your school test, but because majority of you all, your teacher will only test you until chapter 1. That's why I can only cover chapter 1. And of course, it will take me around 2 hours to finish this set of paper. Okay, so I believe all of you have this, you got this soft copy already, except those friends who text me like 3 in the morning, this morning, or you just join without telling me, but it's okay. Okay, you can just refer to the screen. Okay, so Form 4 Chapter 1 function basically separated into 3 parts. The first part, functions, then you will be introduced to domain, codomain, range, object, image, and then how we present a function. Okay, and then we are going to talk about absolute value function. Still remember absolute value function? Absolute value function, the modular sign will make all the negative value into a positive one. Okay, look at the basic. Question 1. Based on the diagram, state the domain, the codomain, the object, and the image. Actually, I missed out one range, but it's okay, later I can draw for you. So always remember domain. Oh no, but at first, let's look at this. This function f, it will connect set A to set B. This is the bridge that connects A and B together. Okay, so domain will be the sets here. And remember, I use the word sets, so you should have curly bracket. You should have curly bracket. So domain will be 1, 2, and 3. What about codomain? Codomain will be this, everything here, right? So this will be known as codomain. 4, 8, 12, and 16. In other words, the set of objects, all these elements, 1, 2, and 3, we call it as object. And then 4, 8, 12, and 16, we call it as image. And I do believe that your teacher introduced the word range to you. What is range? Range is the set of image that has object. Okay, so this will be my range. Doing good. After that, object of A. Look at this, object of A. Object of A should be equals to 2, and image of 3 should be equals to 12. Image of 3 should be equals to 12. And some more, from this arrow diagram, we can conclude that F1 equals to 4, F2 equals to 8, F3 equals to 12. Correct? So can you tell me what's the relationship? This is Fx. Fx shall be equals to Fx shall be equals to 4x. Yes, correct. Fx shall be equals to 4x. So the next part of the question, what is the relationship? Okay, what's the relation between set A and set B? We should say that fx equals to 4x, right? One object has only one image. Every image has only one object. So it is a one-to-one relation. It is a one-to-one relation. And my friend, is one-to-one relation a function? Is one-to-one relation a function? Yes, it is, huh? It is. One-to-one relation and many-to-one relation are functions. But when you are explaining, okay, when you want to tell your teacher why is it a function, you have to explain like this. You have to say each object in set A has only one image. Each object in set A has only one image. Wow. It is a function as each object in set A has only one image in set B. Okay or not? Question 2, determine whether each of the following is a function. When we want to determine whether each graph is a function, we draw what? Vertical line, horizontal line, what line? Or draw a love shape. Yes, we draw a vertical line. Okay, we use vertical line test. So you have to remember, the line that you draw when you move. When you move the line, okay, it will only touch your graph at only one point. You see my line, no matter how I move, it will touch my graph at only one point. So is this a function? Yes, it is. Okay, this is a function. But the explanation is long and you will only get 1 mark in exam. And maybe this time exam they will test you, but not for the next time. The vertical line intersects the graph at only one point. Okay? So you have to always check that. Sometimes it might be not. What about B? What about B? This is a cubic graph. Cubic graph, it means y equals to ax cubed plus b plus c. Is this a function? You draw a straight line and then you move. You see, it will touch at only one point also. So it is. Okay, so it is. And then the explanation will be the same. So you write it out by yourself. Here you explain the vertical line intersects the graph at only one point. Do I have to wait for you? I don't think so, because it is easy. No need, Then look at C. Don't be afraid. This is a very normal graph. Okay, this is when you learn coordinate geometry in chapter 7. Okay, this is a loci. When you learn about locus loci, then you will learn about this. A vertical line. It touches at how many points? 1 and 2. Okay, it touches more than 1 point. So it is not a function. It is not a function. The vertical line intersects the graph more than one point. And for donkey, do you know the name of this graph? This one we know that it is known as y equals to x squared. This one is y equals to x squared. What if the graph y equals to x squared is tired, so it's sleep? What is the name? It's still a quadratic, but it is not start from y. This is the graph of x equals to y squared. It is a square root graph. Y equals to sub x. But it's okay lah, because you are not going to learn it in SPM. So you see, a vertical line, ta-da, more than 1 point. So it is not a function. One minute to settle. All right, question 3. Function f is defined as fx equals to 4x minus 5. Find the value of f0. So, my friend, at this point, you should know that this 0 is the object. This 0 is the object. Okay? So, fx, I always copy back the function. F0. When I change this x to 0, this x, I should change it to. So which means I shall have 4, 0, minus 5. My answer is negative 5. But B, still the same. Fx is equals to 4x minus 5. Now, I want you to tell me, what is the value of x when this fx is equals to 0? So which means this 0 is the image. This 0 is the image. Okay, so it will be fx equals to 0. What is my fx? Fx equals to 4x minus 5. So fx, I should change it to 4x minus 5 equals to 0. X is equals to 5 over 4. Okay? And then now I would like to draw attention to when we are sketching a graph. When we are drawing a graph, or I should use the word sketch because usually in MS, you won't, the question won't ask you to draw. Draw means you have to follow the skill. Sketch means you just draw out the shape, and then as long as it is logic, then you will be considered as correct. But for draw, you need to draw it on the graph paper. When we are sketching a graph, X will be our object. Because we are drawing y equals to fx. This will be our object, and this y will be our image. Okay, this y will be our image. And then you see 4x minus 5. So when fx equals to 0, when fx equals to 0, it means what? It means it is on x-axis. It means it is on x-axis. Fx equals to 0, it means And this is something extra for you. Y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 is your x-axis. And this value will be known as your x-intercept. This value will be your x-intercept. Look at the other side. F0, which means your x is 0. So this will be on your y-axis. And this will be on your x-axis, sorry. Yeah, y-axis. And this will be known as your y-intercept. Which means when you're drawing this graph, you should know that your straight line should pass through 2 points. This will be your -5 for your y-intercept. And here will be 5/4 for x-intercept. And this is the function y equals to 4x minus 5. Question 4, based on the diagram below, find the values of P, Q, and R. You see, I purposely give you a function like this because I want to test you on this. X is not equals to P. Do you understand what does it mean by X is not equals to P? Because this denominator cannot be equals to 0. No matter what value you use, there is a value when you substitute inside, okay, which means when your x is equals to a specific value, then the whole function will be undefined. In other words, is your calculator will give you max error. Okay, and the second thing is I add in this negative sign. Because sometimes students, they do not know this negative sign belongs to the numerator or belongs to the denominator. You should let your negative sign belongs to numerator. Belongs to the numerator so that you won't make mistake. Okay? You cannot say, teacher, we have to be square. Then we have to be fair. That's why I let this negative belongs to 7. At the same time, I let negative belongs to x minus 5. My friend, negative become positive. Huh? So always belongs to the one on top. Always belongs to the numerator. At first, you should write out fx equals to -7 over x minus 5. After that, find P first. Find P first. We all know that x minus 5 cannot be equals to 0. Okay, x minus 5 cannot be equals to 0. So x cannot be equals to 5. X cannot be equals to 5. And my question tells me that x is not equals to P. Since x is not equals to P, x is not equals to P, x is not equals to 5. So P will be equals to 5. P will be equals to 5. Correct? After you know your value, you know the value of P, so you can write the function again, -7 over x minus 5, x is not equals to 5. Now, let's settle this part. F2 equals to Q. F2 equals to Q. Substitute 2 inside your x. Okay, substitute 2 in x because this is fx. I change x to 2. Negative 7 over 2 minus 5 equals to q. Negative 7 over negative 3 equals to q. So my q should be equals to 7 over 3. It is very normal for you to get such weird value in MS, so don't be scared of it. Okay, for modern maths, you will get very nice answer, but not for MS. Okay, the value can be very, very weird. It is very normal. And the next one, FR equals to negative 7 over 2. FR is equals to negative 7 over 2. Substitute R inside your function. Negative 7 over R minus 5 is equals to negative 7 over 2. Now, you just want to find out what is the value of R. You can use any method. You can use comparison method. You can use cross multiply method. Any method that you like. But if you are sensitive enough, you should tell me that R minus 5 equals to 2. Can you? No. No, it's okay. Oh, yes. Yes or no? Okay, it's okay. Assume you don't know. Then you write like this. Negative 7 over R minus 5 is equals to negative 7 over 2. After that, you cross multiply. You cross multiply. Then you will get negative 7, 2 equals to negative 7, R minus 5. Okay, and then you expand it, blah, 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 and then you will get the answer. And then why just now I say you should be able to tell me that R minus 5 is equals to 2. Look at here. Negative and negative. So I can cancel. 7 and 7, they are the same. Cancel. So I will have R minus 5 equals to 2. But it's okay because not everyone are sensitive to numbers. You just expand it. Negative 14 equals to negative 7R plus 35. 7R equals to 69. R equals to 7. Or just now here, R minus 5 equals to 2, R equals to 7. Still the same. This question is maybe level 2. Level 2 only, huh, my friend? Question 5, based on the diagram below, find the values of A and B. So you see, this is math. I can give you object and then I ask you to find image. Or I can, okay, it's like this. Let's say I have 3x equals to 3x plus 4. Let's say. Then I might give you G3 and then I ask you to find what is the value. I might give you 3x equals to 3. And then I ask you what is the value of x. And at the same time, the question can also ask you to find the relation, okay, by giving you 2 unknowns, and then you can form 2 equations. If they give you 3 unknowns, then you can form 3 equations. Remember, the number of unknowns should be equals to the number of equations formed. So temporarily, you will be given 2 unknowns. But after you have learned chapter 3, then your life will be much difficult because you will be given 3 unknowns. Chapter 3, you are going to learn how to solve simultaneous equation in 3 unknowns. which it requires you to have very strong algebra basic. Okay, and then that one, no one can help you, only you can help yourself. You have to do a lot of practice. Anyway, come back to this. Gx equals to ax squared plus bx plus 4. G negative 3 equals to negative 14. G negative 3 equals to negative 14. Substitute negative 3 into x. Substitute negative 3 into x. So you should have A negative 3 squared plus B negative 3 plus 4 equals to negative 14. Negative 3 squared multiplied by A should be equals to 9A instead of negative 9A. Because a negative number, when you square it, it will become a positive one. So we should have 9A minus 3B plus 4 equals to negative 14. 9A equals to 3B minus 18. I would like to name this my equation 1. Of course, this is simultaneous equation. It depends on you whether you want to change it until A equals to 3B minus 18 over 9, or you want to leave it as 9A equals to 3B minus 18, also can. Later, I will tell you why I never change this to A. I stop at 9A. The second one, we are given G3 equals to 4. G3 equals to 4. Substitute 3 into Gx. A 3 squared plus B 3 plus 4 equals to 4. 9A plus 3B plus 4 equals to 4. Now, do you know that what I want to start my equation 1? I start at 9A instead of A, because you have to be sensitive enough to all the numbers. Of course, if you start at A, you still can get the answer. And then can you solve it by yourself? You continue to solve because I cannot always give you the answer. What's the answer? 9A plus 3B equals to 0. Equation 2. A equals to negative 1, B equals to 3. Yes, that's true, Andrea. Substitute equation 1 into equation 2. 3B minus 18 plus 3B equals to 0. 6B equals to 18. B equals to 3. From equation 1, nine A equals to 3B minus 18 equals to negative 9. That's why my A equals to negative 1. Can you stop your answer like this? No way. Because when your teacher is marking all the solution, all the wrong solution, then your teacher will get frustrated and then your teacher might miss out your answer. So you have to do a conclusion so that your teacher will say, oh, you see this student, she really know how to do, or he really know how to do. Okay, so this will be our final answer. Question 6. Given that fx equals to this 2x minus 7 with the modular sign, find the value of 3. This is magic. This modular sign, when a negative value is inside, it will become a positive one. And of course, a positive value, when it's inside the modulus, it will also stay positive. Okay? No matter how come 2 lines, then it is always positive. This one also 2 line positive, remember? So no matter what, as long as it's inside these 2 straight lines, then it will become a positive number. Okay? F3. Yes, pregnancy test also. 2x minus 7. But F3 equals to, you better draw your straight line bigger. If not, later you read, you don't know how to read your handwriting, and then you read as 12 multiplied by 3. I don't know. No. Then the answer is -1. So my answer is equals to 1. 6 minus 7 equals to 1, correct? And then part B. Find the values of x such that fx is equals to 3. My mistake. So it means fx equals to 3. 2x minus 7 equals to 3. Because I have new friend, I don't know how your teacher teach you. Some teacher will say you write like this, plus minus 2x minus 7 equals to 3. Some teacher will do like this. But for me, I will always ask my student to change the one on the right-hand side instead. Which means I will ask them to write 2x minus 3 equals to plus minus 3. Which means I can separate this out into 2 equations. The first one is 2x minus 7 is equals to 3, or 2x minus 7 is equals to -3. Okay, so when 2x minus 7 equals to 3, 2x is equals to 10, x is equals to 5. 2x equals to 4, and x is equals to 2. Conclusion, please. X is equals to 2, or x is equals to 5. Sketch a graph of y equals to 4x plus 3 for, you see, this is known as, you do know as this is the domain. This is the domain. And hence state the range of fx. So given this domain, and then you are required to draw a graph. I'm not sure. Some of you might draw out, okay, -2 to 2, then you draw all the points. But you actually don't have to do so. We just need 4 points. We just need 4 points. We have x and fx. Always fill in these two, -2 and 2. -2 and 2. -2 and 2. And what to fill in? The center one. Why -1? Why 1? No. I do not want to draw everything. Yes, I want to find out what is my x-intercept and y-intercept, which means I want to have when this is 0 and when this is 0. Or if for my students, I always when we are discussing about this, I only tell you that you need to find the y-intercept, right? But it is okay if you add on one this. Okay, you can find x-intercept as well. But of course, if you don't want, also no problem. I repeat again. Find -2, find 2, and then the third time is when fx equals to 0. And the last one is this 0. Okay? Then you use your calculator to help you. Then you use your calculator to help you. Fx, I have to make it bigger, if not very hard for me to write. Equals to 4x plus 3. F -2 equals to 4, -2 plus 3, -5 equals to 5. No problem. After that, you better draw a line. If not, later your teacher say she don't know how to read. 4, 0 plus 3. I have 3. And then F 2 first. 4, 2 plus 3, 11. And lastly, when fx is equal to 0, 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. To cancel the 0, to cancel the modulus, make this plus minus 0. But my dear friend, can you tell me, is there any difference? Is there any difference for 0 to be positive or negative? No, no, because 0 is actually a neutral number. Okay, 0 is actually a neutral number. So x is equal to -3 over 4. I need all this, then I can sketch my graph. The first thing that you do is, when you draw out the axis, always remember to write y, x, and origin. After that, for your x-axis, you settle first. -2 and 2. So you see, I say sketch. I use the word sketch. Sketch means as long as it is logic, then it's okay. But if the question asks you to draw, then you need to draw it on the graph paper. You have to calculate. You have to draw it out by scale. So since this is sketch, so I can just like, okay, this is -2, and then this is 2. But do not forget we have this value, -3 over 4. Wait, you see, so ugly. And then what else? For my y-axis, I have 3, 5, and 11. 3, 5, and 11. 3, 5, and 11. Okay, now you see for the sketching of graph, I prepared two questions for you. Question 7 and question 8. Now, can anyone tell me what is the difference between question 7 and question 8, except the function, except the domain? What is the difference? What I want to purposely prepare two questions for you. Instead of I can just talk to you through question 7. Yes, drawing the symbol. The symbol. This is smaller than or equals to, but I have only smaller than. This one no equal to. Can you see that? So when it is like this, smaller than or equals to or bigger than or equals to, we use a dotted line. We use a dot. Okay, we use a dot. -2 and 5, we put a dot like this. After that, 0 and 3, and then -3 and 4, this one no problem. 2 and 11, we just care about these two. These two is important. These two, so it must be two dotted line, 2 and 11. Okay, now we join. Yeah. Let me edit a bit. Now, this is the disadvantage of sketching because you cannot agar it nicely. This is the answer. Correct or not? Correct or not? Yes, your head. Yes. Wrong. What I miss? Need to put the dotted line? No. Dotted line is not compulsory. You can if you if you want to. Yes, you have to write out the name of the function. Fx is equals to 4x plus 3. Only this is a perfect. Your teacher say compulsory, then you follow your teacher. Then you follow your teacher, okay? Listen to your teacher. Be a good student. Done for this. Sorry lah, my dotted line is really ugly because I do not have ruler here. Can we proceed to the next one, or I should wait for you? Can. Then next. This question, actually, I modify it. At first, it will be much harder. The dotted line. Okay, the dotted line, for me, it is not compulsory, but there is a student telling me that her teacher say it's compulsory. So you better confirm with your teacher. You have to confirm with your teacher. Oh, yeah, sorry, my friend, I forget. Hello. We never state the range here. We still need to state the range of the values of fx. The range is what? Which means the minimum to the maximum value. Look at this. The range, we talked about fx. So the smallest value is 0, and the largest value, the biggest value will be 11, right? So finally, yeah, you have to remember to answer that. Don't be like Poland. Range, it will be between 0 fx and 11. Fx, yeah? Then the next one, x and fx. The range, the domain is between -4 and 3. The domain is between -4 and 3. So -4 and 3, 0, 0. After that, you find fx equals to x plus 2. F -4 is equals to -4 plus 2. It is equals to -2, and all negative value will be positive. It will be equals to 2. F0 is equals to 0 plus 2 equals to 2. Relax, relax, correct, correct. F3 equals to 3 plus 2 equals to 5. And lastly, fx equals to 0 when x plus 2 is equals to 0. So you cannot be lazy. You have to write out this line. It is a must. When you cancel the modulus, it is a must for you to write again, even though they are actually the same. And then x equals to -2. Okay, then you can sketch it out now. -4, -2. And then I have 2. -4 and 2, a dotted line, a dot. A dot, because it is less than or equals to, with equal sign, a dot. After that, 0 and 2, this one is okay one. And then the center one, -2 and 0. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. My friend, look at here. This is only smaller than. This is only smaller than, no equal sign, That's why it shall be, so, but not so big lah. It shall be a circle. It shall be a circle. Okay, then now you join. And then dotted line, susah lah. Now finish it, you have to label fx, no, y equals to, or fx equals to also can, 4x x plus 2. X plus 2. And of course, the range will be from 0 to 5. The range will be from 0 to 5. Zero to 5, but for this one, it is not equals to, so fx is only smaller than 5, but not equals to 5. Okay, we will discuss more in about this bigger than or equals to, or bigger than, smaller than or equals to, or smaller than in our next week class. I mean for my student. Okay, next week we are going to do linear inequality and quadratic inequality. So 1 minute break for this. Yes or no? Do we need a break? No need. Ayo, so clever. Then next, the last question. Last question for the first one, of course. The diagram shows the graph of function fx equals to 2x minus 3. Find the values of k and h. I'm not sure whether your teacher will test you about something like this or not. Because actually this set of paper, all the questions are my own question, which means I create this question by myself. This set, full set. I never get it from any reference book, no. Everything by me. So I'm not sure whether your teacher you will be tested something like this. Anyway, it is still easy. Find fx equals to 2x minus 3. To find h. How to find? How to find h? At this point, we know that the coordinate is h and 0. H and 0. So which means fh will give me 0. 2h minus 3 will give me 0. 2h minus 3 is equals to 0. H is equals to 3 over 2. Nothing to do with this, negative 1 and 5. This one just to make you confused, purposely one. Nothing to do with this point. So we are settled with h. Now let's look at k. This point is 5 and k, which means f5 equals to k. Two multiplied by 5 minus 3 is equals to k. 7 is equals to k. K equals to 7. H is equals to 3 over 2. K is equals to 7. Okay, done for 1.1. Okay, now we have only 15 minutes left. So we have to be quick. Now, look at this. For this part, look at my diagram. This is, I want to explain to you what is a composite function through this diagram. Gx will give me y. That's why I say y equals to gx. Okay, at the same time, fy will give me z. Z equals to fy. Now, what is y? What is y? Oh, y equals to gx. That's why this the bridge here is FG instead of GF. You have to know that there's a lot of students that likes to write GF instead of FG. Always remember, come from the back to the front. Okay, and since we are doing a revision for the whole chapter, then you should know that this is F inverse, this is G inverse. Okay, I'm talking about inverse function as well. And this will be G inverse, F inverse. Don't forget we have FG. This is also equals to GF inverse. That's why we have this rule. That's why we have this rule. I know. FG from here. Sorry, I wrote it wrongly. Okay. So this diagram is just to make you understand more. Because for paper 1 part 2 or for paper 2, the question will not be direct questions, but you will be given something like this. So if you check on at the back side of these self-notes, then you will realize that. And for composite function, the first thing that you have to know is FG is not equals to GF unless at a specific value of X. Remember, Anna, my friend, you play me one when we are doing discussion in class. Okay, but let's forget about that. Now let us do. You have to some question will say like this. The question will ask you to prove that FG is not equals to GF. So part A, FGX. I always ask you all to write like this so that you can see clearer. Oh, I want GX. I want GX. Gx equals to 4 minus x. So Gx equals to 4 minus x. Now, fx equals to 2x. Now I have already changed my x to 4 minus x. So this x, I need to change it to 4 minus x as well. So which means I'll have 2 multiplied by 4 minus x, and my answer will be 8 minus 2x. Part B, GFX. Always lah, GFX. Fx equals to 2x. Okay, x has been changed to 2x, same goes to this x. So my answer will be 4 minus 2x. So lastly, is Fg equals to GF? No, Fg is not equals to GF. Okay, and of course for this question, there will be no value of x where Fg equals to GF. Doing good, yeah? The next question. Fx equals to x plus 1 over x plus 3. And then, of course, because the denominator cannot be equals to 0, that's why x is not equals to negative 3. And then gx equals to 6 minus 2x. This one cannot be 0, that's why x is not equals to 2. Find f square, ffx. This is not square. You cannot square the whole function. This one, it means f square x, it means f in terms of fx. F x plus 1. The second time, we have to change both the x to, we have to change both x to x plus 1 over x plus 3. X plus 1 over x plus 3. Now happy hour, how to do? Multiply denominator up. Multiply this up. Okay? Multiply this up. Which means you will get x plus 1 plus 1 x plus 3 over x plus 3. This is the numerator over x plus 1 plus 3 x plus 3 over x plus 3. Listen to me. When you have a fraction like this, 4 layers one, if the second layer and the fourth layer are the same, if these 2 layers are the same, the second and the fourth one, then you can cancel. You can cancel. Okay, of course, the theory at the back, then you should go and find out. And I have already explained to my students when we are doing chapter 1 for many, many times. That's why I do not want to repeat anymore in this class. 2x plus 4 over 4x plus 10. 2x plus 4 plus 4x plus 10. Correct or not? I find f square x. Wait. Why? X plus 3x 4x. 1 plus 9 equals to 10. And the question asks you to find f3. So you substitute 3 plus 4 over 4, 3 plus 10. You will get 5 over 11. Of course, you can straight away find. This is also correct. You can also do like this. F square f(x3) will be f(3). And then f(3 plus 1 over 3 plus 3). f(4 over 6) equals to 4 over 6 plus 1 over 4 over 6 plus 3. You will still get 5 over 11. Same one. I do it in the blue color way just to show you that what if the question asks you f(x) instead of f(3). Okay, if what I mean is if the question never give you a value, instead they ask you to find out the answer in terms of x, then you have to know how to solve it like that. Okay, it requires very strong algebra base. And part B, for those who have tried, can you get x plus 4 over 3x? Can I get x plus 4 over 3x? Yes, okay, good. But I know that only a few of you will try. What is the question? FGX. This one I got answer. You know why? Because I have to check whether my question logic or not. At first, you know what I did. The first question is like this, fx. And then I ask you all to find f squared negative 3 more. That's my first draft. That's why I have to check it out. I have to check it before I send out my soft copy to you. What is my gx? 6 over x minus 2. And then fx is x plus 1 over x plus 3 plus 1 plus 3. Always do the same thing. Multiply up. Multiply up. 6 plus 1 x minus 2 over x minus 2 over 6 plus 3 x minus 2 over x minus 2. And what Poland say? I say second and the fourth one, if they are the same, then we can cancel. Then what you left? 6 minus 2, 4. X plus 4 over 3x over 3x. Correct? Finish? Yes. X is not equals to 1 over 3. No, no, no. 3x is not equals to 0. X is not equals to Jolina 可以 X is not equals to 0. X is not equals to 0. You have to remember to write out this. And lastly, last part, we have to be quick. Find the values of x when fg maps onto itself. Maps onto itself, it means what? Function f maps onto itself, fx equals to x. Function g maps onto itself, gx equals to x. Function fg maps onto itself, fg x equals to x. Okay, fgx equals to x. We have x plus 4 over 3x equals to x. And then how you settle? X plus 4 equals to 3x squared. And then blah, blah, blah. I think you can do it by yourself because you are big enough. You should get x equals to -1 or x is equals to 4 over 3. I cannot do for you anymore because no more time. Next one. Function f is defined as fx equals to ax plus b, and then fx is equals to 16x minus 25. Find the value of a and b. So you will realize that for this set of question, I will always ask you to find the unknowns, the relation, because that's the hard part. fx equals to ax plus b. Fx equals to f(x) equals to f(ax plus b) equals to ax. My x is now ax plus b, plus b equals to a square x plus ab plus b. This is from the question 16x minus 25. So you have to group it together. You see, x with x, 16x will be equals to a square x. By comparison, (16) equals to a squared. Can I know the value of a? Can I know the value of a? Sayonara. Yes, Sean. Only Sean is correct. How many times I've told you? Do not forget the negative value because you are doing at maths. It should be plus minus 4. A should be equals to 4 or A should be equals to negative 4. You should write out like this. After that, the second one, AB plus B equals to negative 25. When A equals to 4, 4B plus B equals to negative 25. 5B equals to negative 25, B equals to negative 5. And when A equals to negative 4, negative 4B plus B equals to negative 25. Negative 3B equals to negative 25. B equals to 25 over 3. And a conclusion, please. When A equals to 4, B equals to negative 5. When A equals to negative 4, B equals to 25 over 3. The next one. Later I will export this file as PDF and then I will WhatsApp you. The next one, given that fx equals to 5x and then gx equals to 1 over x plus 5, x is not equals to 5. What is my mistake? Sorry. X is not equals to negative 5. Sorry for the mistake. Find the values of x such that fg equals to gf. Fg equals to gf. So you write like this. You got two choices. You find fg first and then you find gf first. After that, you combine. That's my way lah, because it will reduce the probability for you to make mistake. But some students, they are really good in doing all this, then it's still okay. So fgx equals to fgx equals to f 1 over x plus 5 equals to 5x. equals to 5 over x plus 5. Don't forget x is not equals to negative 5. Gfx equals to Gfx equals to 1 over x plus 5. X is not equals to negative 1. Now, fg equals to gf. When fg is equals to gf, then 5 over x plus 5 is equals to 1 over 5x plus 5. Then you cross multiply. Chung chung, and blah, blah, blah by yourself. You should get x equals to negative 5 over 6. Am I right? For those who have tried before you come for the class. Yes. Okay, good. Then next question. Haha. This one just for fun. Fx equals to x minus 1 over x. Of course, x is not equals to 0. And then find f to the power of 2, f to the power of 3, f to the power of 4, and hence deduce f to the power of 21. So for this type of question, my friend, you have to know that definitely it will come back to fx1. If you cannot make it, then it means you are wrong. Either at this point, okay, at this level or at F3 level, it will go back to Fx. It will go back to Fx. Okay? Sean, sorry, 我 reply 错了呢。Fx equals to Fx. X minus 1 over x. Need my help? Do you need my help? Yes, teacher, please. Multiply this out. X minus 1 multiplied by x over x minus 1 over x. Okay, now second and the fourth line, they are the same. Cancel. X minus x, nothing. So I'm left with negative 1 over x minus 1. Did you leave an answer like this? You write like this? Nothing wrong, but it will be hard for you to do the second step. I will change it to this. Understand why? Do you understand why? You see, I never change my 1, correct? That's why I multiply this negative to my denominator. Negative x plus 1 equals to 1 minus x. If you do not want to change, also can, but it will be hard harder for you to do the second step when you want to find f3x. Okay, you can still leave stop here. You can still stop here, nothing wrong. But of course, for those who are sensitive enough to this, then you will change. Teacher got no time to demonstrate both way, huh? Because teacher is in rush, huh? It's already 10:38, huh? Don't play teacher anymore. Manisha don't always play teacher. Luckily, Jolene realized. I purposely do not want to tell. See? You are dreaming, you don't know? You have to write x is not equals to 1. You have some Jolene 这样没有 dreaming 的. This is 1 over 1 plus x, and 1 minus x. X minus 1 over x. Multiply this up. One minus over 1 minus x. 1 over 1 minus x. So many one teacher. More. So angry. This and this cancel. 1 minus 1, nothing. And then I have what? I have x, right? Negative, negative, positive. I have x over 1 equals to x. So if let's say in exam you are given this question, and then when you do under F3, you still cannot get this, you try one more. F4, you still cannot get this, then it means you are doing some error. Okay, of course, when your teacher provide you with this type of question, definitely you will get something like this. Okay, now F4 equals to f3x equals to fx. What is fx? fx is my question. X minus 1 over x. X is not equals to 0. And lastly, f21x. So if you cannot, then you write it out step by step. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you should realize that for multiples of 3, you will get x. Okay, when f1, then you get x minus 1 over x. When the power is 2, then you will get 1 over 1 minus x. And then 3, and then 4, 5, and then 6, you will get x again. 7, 8, 9, when f9, you will get x again. 21. 21 is the multiple of 3. That's why it will be equals to x. Okay. Yes. That's how we got it. Now, next. Question 6. Given that fx equals to 2x minus 5, 3x is bx plus q, f3x equals to 6x minus 7. Settle the first part first. f3x. f3x. 2x minus 5 to bx plus 2q minus 5. It is equals to 6x minus 7. So by comparison, 6 will be equals to 2b. Negative 7 will be equals to 2q minus 5. Two b equals to 6, b equals to 3. 2q minus 5 equals to negative 7. Q equals to negative 1. After that, what's the next part? And given that GFX equals to Rx minus S. Be careful, huh? The question gives you Rx minus S instead of Rx plus S. That's a trouble because I purposely want to let you make a mistake. Because this is me. Gx is now equals to 3x minus 1. Gx is now equals to 3x minus 1. And then now gfx equals to gfx. 2x minus 5. 3x minus 1. 6x minus 16. Given gfx is equal to rx minus s. Rx minus s. So by comparison, can you tell me what is my r and what is my s? R should be equals to 6. S should be equals to 16, but not negative 16 because of this minus and minus. If today I tell you gx is equals to rs plus s, then your s should be equals to negative 16. Pay attention on this. This one, do you need my help? Question 7. Question 7, you actually don't need my help because this is really the basic. If you cannot do this, then it means you cannot. That means you cannot do composite function. Later, I will send you the PDF, don't worry. Fgx equals to Fgx. So F I don't know. I mean like I need to change my x to gx. So for gx minus 1 is equals to x squared plus 4. So my question asks me to find gx. Just assume gx is an unknown and then you find the unknown. For gx is equals to x squared plus 5. Gx is equals to x squared plus 5 over 4. This is the second level of composite function. And now let's proceed to question 8. Question 8 will be the hardest and most students, they do not know how to do, but actually it's very easy. You just use the help of y. Fgx. Yes, 这个. You will realize that every time I also do it like this. Every time I also write out this line. What is my gx? Gx equals to x plus 1. 哪里有呢? F x plus 1. This is equals to x squared plus 3. We use y to help us. Okay, we use y to help us. Let y equals to x plus 1. After that, find x in terms of y. Find x in terms of y. X equals to y minus 1. After you got your x, you got your y, you got x, you got y, you substitute these two back to this equation. Okay, 放回去。X squared is y minus 1 squared plus 3 equals to fy. Hello, my friend. Y minus 1 squared, you write it out 2 times, huh? Y minus 1, y minus 1, but not y squared plus 1, huh? Later your teacher pingsan, I don't know. So you shall get fy is equals to y squared minus 2y plus 1 plus 3 is plus 4. Can you stop here? Cannot, because the question asks for fx but not fy. And last step is you change y to x. You change y to x. Last one for composite function. Find the value of k if f k minus 2 equals to 2g10. How do we know y equals to x minus 1? From y equals to x plus 1. We let y equals to the function inside the bracket. And then we find x. You是讲 y equals to x plus 1是吗？ Let y equals to gx. Let y equals to gx. 这个是它的方法来的。Okay, the last one. Fk minus 2 equals to 2g10. This one nothing much to talk about. So I just change k to, x to k minus 2 equals to 2 minus 10. And then you will get the answer as k equals to -2. We still have 9 minutes left only. Oh no. Okay, last one, inverse function. Inverse function, the first thing is, this is the diagram. We always say that fx equals to y. So f inverse y will be equals to x. 是啊，时间是这么快的上数学课。F inverse y will be equals to x. Okay, and another theory for this is f inverse will be equals to f inverse fx. Equals to x. Okay, let's start. This one I'm not going to write. To test whether a function has inverse or not, or to say whether the inverse exists or not, we use horizontal line test. We use horizontal line test. And then when you move the line up and down, up and down, up and down, you see it will touch more. If it touch more than 1 point, inverse function does not exist. If the straight line intersects the graph more than one point, then the inverse function does not exist. Okay, so I just tell you like that. Now, because we have two ways to do inverse function, and I'm going to show you both, and then you see which one you are more okay with that. But actually, the basic at the back, they are the same. Fx equals to x plus 3 over 2x minus 5, and then x is not equals to 5 over 2. Find the inverse of the function. The first way is we let y equals to the function. And of course, if you ask me, I will tell you this way is easier because it is same as the composite function way. Okay, I will suggest you to use the first way. After you let y equals to something, the next step is you find x in terms of y. Find x in terms of y. So y 2x minus 5 is equals to x plus 3. Can do one, okay, don't skip. Expand. 2xy minus 5y equals to x plus 3. Move everything with x to the left-hand side. Okay, everything with x, move it to left-hand side. 2xy minus x equals to 5y plus 3. And then factorize out 2y minus 1 equals to 5y plus 3. X is equals to 5y plus 3 over 2y minus 1. And your x will be your inverse of y. But I cannot stop here because the question asked me to find the inverse of x. So my x is not equals to half. This is the first step, first method. The second method is the inverse, let the inverse of x equals to y, which is actually same with this. It's actually same with this. Inverse of y equals to x. Okay, you just change the x and y. After that, we will say that x is equals to fy. X is equals to fy. This is another theory for inverse function. Now, I have fx. Now I change my x to y. So I change this x to y. So x is equals to y plus 3 over 2y minus 5. Still the same. Now you are going to find inverse of x. Find this one. That's why you want to find what is your y. You want to find what is your y. Two xy minus 5x equals to y plus 3. What I want? I want to know y. That's why I move everything with y to the left-hand side. And then I factorize out 2x minus 1. And you see, the answer will be the same. This is the inverse function of x. First method or second method, it doesn't matter because you can get the answer with either one method. Okay. And then question 3, I am not going to do with you because the final answer, you should get X. You should get X as the final answer. If you cannot get X, then it means what? It means the inverse does not exist. Okay, which means the question is wrong. The answer is X. Later, I will send you the PDF. And then for question 4 is actually composite function only. Just that one. I have this. I have this inverse part. Okay, I have this inverse part only. After that, let me see. Yes, I need to do question 5 with you. From this diagram, you should be able to tell me that fx equals to 4x plus 1. And then g 4x plus 1 equals to 7x plus 3. Find the function that maps b to a. I want the function that maps b to a. b to a. I want f inverse x. F inverse 4x plus 1. I want f inverse 4x plus 1. When you see this type of question, remember, from the bridge, we can write out that fx equals to 4x plus 1. And then my aim is to find the inverse of x, to find the inverse of x. So it means that I need to let y equals to 4x plus 1, and then I find x in terms of y minus 1 over 4. Y minus 1 over 4. So this will be my f inverse y equals to y minus 1 over 4. F inverse x equals to x minus 1 over 4. You cannot write the answer as f 4x plus 1 equals to x, huh? Later your teacher will pengsan. No, cannot, this is wrong, And part B, find gx, But from my diagram, I only know that g 4x plus 1 equals to 7x plus 3. Can I find gx? Can or not? Can I find gx? Of course can. Okay? Of course can. G 4x plus 1 equals to 7x plus 3. Let your y equals to the function inside because this is composite function. Let y equals to 4x plus 1, and then x will be equals to y minus 1 over 4. I have x, I have y. Substitute these two back to this equation. G y equals to 7x plus 3. So it should be equals to 7y minus 7 plus 12 over 4. You so ugly. 7y minus 7 plus 12 over 4. My answer is 7y plus 5 over 4. Stop here? No way, because the question asked for gx instead of gy. 7x plus 5 over 4. C and D, they are the same. C and D, they are the same. Now, let's look at C. Let me finish this question, yeah? Let me finish this question. But C. Find GF inverse. GF is what? This is GF because we write this first, only this. GFX equals to 7x plus 3. GFX equals to 7x plus 3. Can I find the inverse? Yes, we can. So you should realize that if you do not know how to read the diagram, then you can only sit there. The first thing is you cry. The second thing is you sleep. Only like that. You cannot do anything else. Let y equals to 7x plus 3. X equals to y minus 3 over 7. And this is my GF inverse y. After that, GF inverse x equals to x minus 3 over 7. But the F inverse G inverse x is actually equals to GF inverse x. So the answer shall be the same. And lastly, find the value of x when GF inverse blah, 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 which means this one is equals to -1. So your x is equals to -4. Okay, please give me another 5 minutes. I want to talk about the graph for inverse function. The first part, and part A and part B, you should be able to do because determine the range of f. The domain is between 0 and 2, so which means you have to find f0 equals to 4, f2 is equals to 12, and then both also with equal sign, so no problem. Range for fx 12. Part B, find the inverse. Let y equals to x cubed plus 4. You don't cry lah, cube, then you say you don't know how to do. X cubed equals to y minus 4. X is equals to the cube root of y minus 4. And this will be my f inverse y. And my f inverse x will be equals to the cube root of x minus 4. Now, listen to me. The range of fx will be the domain for the inverse. And the range of the inverse function will be the domain. This is the theory. Okay, now let's draw out the graph. Can anyone tell me the graph of function f and its inverse will reflect on what line? Reflect in the line of y y equals to x. Reflection. Okay, look at fx. Look at fx. When x equals to 0, y equals to 4. So maybe a point here, 4. And then when x equals to 2, I have a point here, 12. And then it's a curve. It's a curve. This is my y equals to fx. Now you listen to me, huh? This point is 0, 4. I shall have a point as 4, 0. I shall have a point 4, 0. This point is 2 and 12. I shall have a point here as 12, 0. 12 and 2. I should have a point here. This will be 2. And this will be my graph of y equals to f inverse x. Okay, reflect on the line y equals to x. Okay? Can or not? Hello, anybody home? Anybody home? No one at home. Okay, so that's all for the discussion. I hope that this revision class will help you at least a little bit for your coming test. Wish you good luck. And for my students, see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Good luck, everyone. Bye.